My son came home crying because the cafeteria threw away his lunch for being unhealthy. I was furious. 8-year-old Noah walked through the door with tears streaming down his face, clutching his empty lunchbox. His shoulders were shaking and he could barely get the words out. "They threw away my sandwich, Mom. The lunch lady said it wasn't healthy and kids couldn't eat it." The sandwich I'd made? Turkey and cheese on whole wheat bread with some crackers and an apple. Nothing crazy. Nothing that should have ended up in the trash. I asked Noah to tell me exactly what happened, and apparently Mrs. Richardson, the head lunch lady, took one look at his lunch and declared it too processed for their new wellness policy. I called the school immediately. The secretary transferred me to Mrs. Richardson, who had this condescending tone like I was some negligent parent feeding my kid garbage. "We have strict nutritional guidelines now," she said. "White bread products, processed meats, and packaged snacks aren't permitted. Perhaps you should consider packing more organic options." Organic options. Right, because my grocery budget totally accommodates $15 loaves of artisan bread and grass-fed everything. I explained that Noah had diabetes and needed specific foods to manage his blood sugar, foods his doctor had approved. She interrupted me. "Well, the policy applies to everyone equally. No exceptions. No exceptions. For a diabetic kid who needed to eat at specific times." I was seeing red. The next day, I decided to pack Noah what Mrs. Richardson would consider the perfect lunch. Organic quinoa salad with locally sourced kale, free-range chicken breast, sprouted grain crackers, and a kombucha drink. Cost me $43 for one lunch. One lunch. But I also did something else. I researched Mrs. Richardson. Turns out she had a Facebook account where she posted pictures of her meals constantly. And guess what I found? Photos from just last weekend of her at McDonald's with her grandkids, captioned, "Nothing beats Happy Meal Fridays with my babies." I screenshot everything. Her eating a Big Mac, her grandkids with chicken nuggets and fries, posts about her favorite gas station hot dogs, all while she was literally throwing away kids' lunches for being too processed. Thursday came, and I walked into that cafeteria during lunch period with a folder full of printouts. Mrs. Richardson saw me coming and got this smug look on her face. "Mrs. Peterson, I hope today's lunch meets our standards." I smiled and handed her the folder. "Actually, I wanted to discuss the wellness policy with you. Seems like there might be some confusion about what constitutes healthy eating." She opened the folder and her face went completely white. There were her McDonald's photos, her gas station food posts, everything. Other lunch ladies gathered around, looking at the pictures. Kids started noticing the commotion. "These are private," she whispered. "Posted publicly on Facebook," I said loudly enough for others to hear. Interesting how the person enforcing the no processed food policy seems to live on processed food. Principal Jackson appeared, probably wondering why there was a crowd in the cafeteria. Mrs. Richardson tried to explain, but I handed him copies of everything. The hypocrisy was undeniable. Within a week, the lunch policy was revised. Kids could bring reasonable homemade lunches without harassment. Mrs. Richardson got moved to a different position. And Noah, he never came home crying about lunch again.